I think I want to go to Chernobyl. So you're probably thinking why.
Well, Ryanair had cheap flights, so
I looked up where to go, and that's when I found Kiev, Ukraine. I have no idea what to do here. I mean, like, it was so spontaneous. I mean, like, I booked the flight. I didn't realize you need a visa, so it's not a cheap trip anymore. And to top it off, I only booked a weekend, so I go back on Monday, and it's a Saturday. And when I did look up on TripAdvisor things to do here, the only thing that really caught my attention was the Chernobyl experience. It's also considered the most disastrous nuclear power plant explosion in history. Chernobyl is the nuclear reactor located near the now deserted town of Pripyat. So yeah, I'm going there. But aside from Chernobyl, I don't actually know anything. I did a bit of a walkabout as soon as I checked into this hotel. I should have brought a laptop. But I had a bit of a nap. I ventured out without my phone, so I got a bit familiar with my surroundings. I know where I am geographically, at least within this radius. I actually can't believe I'm here right now. But I figured, now that I'm sort of recharged, I might have a wander, because it's only 9 o'clock, and I just have to be up for Chernobyl tomorrow. It's weird. Like, I'm so far from everything. I'm just alone. It's the same feeling I get every time I travel alone. Like I'm not happy, but I'm not sad. I think I'm just feeling everything I should be feeling, like how I really feel, you know? It's crazy. So morning. Found the tour. I'm gonna go there now. Just gotta cross the road. So just went through the checkpoint. Had to get our passports checked by the Ukrainian police. It's pretty strict day. And I'm gonna go to the toilet because I don't want to get a radiation on my nuts. Anyway.
International Atomic Agency says that if you have 100,000 microsieverts during 1 hour, that increases the risk of cancer. So,
Abandoned hospital.
go and find me and ask. Come closer to the spot, and you will get something up to 7 microsieverts.
I've got 9.
More ice. Right now.
What are you guys getting? 7.
I got 17 in one blast though. Me too. Got 8. I got 9.9.
6.
Yeah, I had.
Gonna go inside the school. Ooh, that's creepy. You know that video game Silent Hill? This looks like it. Shit, gotta go. Like I'm in a post-apocalyptic ghost town. So there's the amusement park, obviously abandoned like everything. It's pretty cool. Definitely different in the winter.
that's possible to visit during private tours or multi-day tours, by the way. And for this new fifth and sixth reactor, they had to build they were using some remote machines, some robots, trucks covered.
Chernobyl, tick, done. Back to the bus. That was an amazing tour. I just finished the Chernobyl tour. I have no phone battery and I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I'll get into the tour and explain how I felt about it right after this. Because right now, I'll see you, Colonel Sanders. That was the most challenging KFC order I've ever made. No one speaks English here. I literally was in line and I took a photo of the menu and I figured I'd point it on my phone. So like, that's what I want. Then my phone had 1% and I needed it for the Uber. Then I saw a power adapter available right next to the electronic menus. So I went for it, charged my phone, and while I saw the menu, I started just looking for the chicken. After guessing my way through, I finally was able to get 4 pieces of chicken and pay with my card, so it worked out so much better. And it was so bloody cheap. Like 4 drumsticks was £1.50. But I figured if I'm paying £1.50, go hard, man. Just go hard. So I ended up getting a zinger burger as well. 23,000 steps. And I'm gonna ruin it by eating this chicken. Oh man, it's just a bucket of oil now. Look at that, see? That's what it's supposed to be like, London. That's what it's supposed to be like. Oh man. Now I realize I'm getting full. I don't think I wanna eat the burger. But for the sake of the vlog, I'm gonna take one bite. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Is that pickles or jalapenos? I think it's pickle actually. But you see that, if that's what I think it is, here, this piece of lettuce that fell. That's it. That's the supercharged sauce. Let's try this one. That's it. Bread's a bit stale, but the fillet's on point. This is good. I've never had pickle on a zinger before, and it complements it well. Black seeds on the bun, not sure what they are, probably just radioactive ones. KFC in Kiev, Ukraine. I'll give them a solid 3.5. If I'm comparing to Australia, 3.5, which is, that's pretty good for my standard. London's like 1, okay? 3.5. I ended up eating the burger anyway. I'm tired, but I want to get into the habit of vlogging more in real time. I feel like it's a bit more fresh. I'm like straight from the experience. I have to say once again, this was probably the best guided tour I've attended. It was just, I wouldn't say unexpected, because I did have somewhat of an expectation, like I knew what I signed up for. And honestly, when I heard it was about 12 hours for the entire trip, first thing I thought was like, how much can they really show? Because a lot of these tours, sometimes they drag on and show you insignificant things. But what I think really appealed to me with this trip was, whenever I go to a new city, just in general, the first thing I think of is, could I live here? Or how does the area make me feel? Is it quite friendly? Does it feel safe? Is it dingy? Does it feel dangerous? This tour made me feel something I never felt before, but have known and been curious about. I'm a big fan of anything post-apocalyptic. I rave on about zombie apocalypses all the time. Just what if scenarios, like, not that I want it to happen, but I always thought, like, wouldn't it be cool if just the end of the world happened and it was free roam, it was Armageddon, and we're living like post-apocalyptic times, scavenging and all that kind of thing. Being in the exclusion zone where literally a moment in time, 1986, the year I was born, this is what life was, and it just came to a complete stop. In 32 years, nature overtook this area and it just took it back. You just see the houses in the middle of the trees, just being there, just seeing, like, you know that anything human in terms of activity, every day-to-day activity, it just stopped then and there, and it sort of made me try to relate it back to here. Like, what if something happened? Like, what state would I have left my room in? Or what state would London, or even here in Kiev, what would it be? Like, just this hotel room with I'd probably take all my stuff with me. I don't have much. But you sort of get what I mean. And it was great. It's 10 out of 10. That was definitely the best tour I've been on. The guide was amazing. She was very informative. They gave us a map with a certificate with our rating on it. 0.002 is how much radiation I took with me. I was a bit worried about the whole radiation thing. Like, is this even safe? But then I didn't really bother looking into it. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. The tour is on the more expensive side, but now that I've done it, I highly recommend it. It was about £80 through Chernobyl tours. Also, one final highlight of the trip. There was a moment in the bus, the guide actually asked, as their tradition, to go around the room, mention your name, where you're from, and why did you pick this tour, and what was the highlight. And I'm telling you now, I had an anxiety attack. I hate that shit. Getting put on the spot, my heart was coming out of my chest because I suffer from anxiety. And those that know me know I can't handle any public speaking, even in that kind of forum, in a moving minivan where people can't even see you. I was freaking out. Anyways, I did it, and I mentioned my highlight for me was actually just this massive radar. Long story short, it's just like a spy satellite. It's crazy huge. I'm not going into detail. Look it up yourself. There's Google. Shit, this ain't a travel blog. It's personal, man. It's me. Monumental, and just a piece of history, like real shit. This was used in the Cold War. You know what I'm saying? And I love that, those structures, and just seeing the symbolism all around, because I love Command and Conquer. It's a video game, and just seeing all that stuff, it's like, it was just so animated for me back then. I forgot it's a real thing, like this was all real. So yeah, I'm gonna catch some Z's and Kiev City tomorrow.